Hello YouTube and welcome back to Ali's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. Welcome to my channel everybody. So I am currently working on my paper pumpkin alternative videos for June 2024 kit called Life is Sweet. This is alternative video number 9. Now, if you are new to my channel, of course, welcome. If you are returning, thank you for coming back to see what I am doing. So let's take a look quick at what the projects originally were. So you got 3 of this one, 3 of this one, and 3 of this one. On the back is that QR code that will lead you to a video that will show you how to put the cards together as they were designed. This one will lead you to the Thanks and Beyond dies, which I don't know where mine. Oh, here they are. See? Will lead you to those. This is a visual of everything in the kit and then the list of coordinating colors. Now, I'm going to tell you that videos 1 through 5, I go through every single thing that's in the kit. After that, I don't do it no more, so we're not doing that. But I always show you the stamp sets, or unless I forget, and the instructions. So it says, "You're truly amazing. Life is so much sweeter with friends like you. Wish you were here. Thanks." This goes with the dies. "Sweet friend, sending a big squeeze. So much to celebrate." So far, I haven't even used that one. But let's get what we are going to do is we are going to make a sliding easel card like this. Now, I saw this idea because Miss Lori Snoozy out of Washington, way to go, sent me an email with a link to the Wandering Stampers YouTube channel. And on her channel, I saw her make a card similar to this. Now, this one, I showed you how I kind of did my own thing. This one, I'm using measurements. I'm still changing it up to where I am using a card base that is, this is Prach Pie, that is already scored. So this is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. So the actual pull part of my card is going to be coming from this part. So this is going to be the bottom of my card base. I like that idea. And then I already decided as I was walking out to my stamp room, I am going to change the measurement of this. Look how beautiful. This is pale papaya. This is peach pie. This is a card base. So what I'm going to do is once we cut this section here of our card, then we will glue this to it. Okay. And I just think I like the border. I just do. Originally, I was only going to do a little border, but I think we're just going to keep this in the middle section. So we're going to have to skip this measurement because I'm going to change it. So let's show you what we're going to use. We're going to use that card base, 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. Then we're going to use the trimmer to cut from both sides on the 4 1/2 inch side inwards. Starting here, we're going to go in 3 1/4 inches and then 3 1/4 inches from the top. You can see my little diagram, the little, you know, separated lines. That's our cut. We are going to cut down to 4 3/4. Now we're going to repeat that. It says 4 1/4 inwards. Okay. Cut from both sides on the 4 1/4 inch side. Inwards at 3 1/4. Let me just go over this. Okay. So this is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. That 5 1/2, guys, that's the bottom of our card. Just want to walk us through this again. Then on the trimmer to cut, we are going to cut on both sides, meaning left and right side here, only on 1/2. So you're going to have to open this up like so, because we're not gluing this together. So inwards and inwards and down 3/4 of an inch, in 3/4 of an inch. Once you get that point, you're going to cut down 4 to 4 3/4. So 4 3/4 from here down to here on both sides. Then what we're going to do is turn it this way, and we're going to cut from this score line end to this score line end like so. It's going to give us a U. Right here, this is a U. This is a score line. I forgot to put a score line in there. There needs to be another score line. So let's do a straight line. So score line, score line, score line. So then it says, then on the 5.5 inch side, cut across the top only from cut to cut. And it should be the bottom, not a cut from the top. Cut across on the bottom because of how I'm doing my card. From cut to cut, meaning from here, this cut to this cut, we're going to cut across on the bottom. Then score only on this cutout section of the card base, starting at from here inwards, because we're going to measure it this way. It's going to be 1 inch. Then we're going to score it 2 inches, and then we're going to score, it says at 4, it should be 4 3/4. For the inside, we need a piece that's 3.5 by 5 in white, and our pull tab is going to be 3.5 by 5 1/4. That's our slider piece. So I forgot to grab white cardstock. So let's grab 2 pieces of white, and we'll do all of this together. So I'm going to leave my notebook out. Let me show you what we are going to be using from the kit. So we're going to use peaches. That's a bird. So I have some leaves. We're going to use Miss You, and I'm going to close the door because my hubby and my grandson are being quite noisy in there. So let's close them out. All of a sudden they decided to come out. All right. So I have some peaches. We're going to use one of these peaches, or 2 probably, as a pull tab. Okay, we're going to do that. So I might have to grab some more peaches. I have the Miss You and the leaves. So we're not going to do anything but this as of yet. But what I want to start out with is I want to stamp. In Peach Pie, now I'm remembering that this is opening differently, right? This piece here. And where is my itty bitty backgrounds? All right. That is not the itty bitty backgrounds. Here we go. Oh yeah. So I'm just going to stamp, 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 stamp. Stamp, 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 stamp. Stamp, 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 stamp. Yes, I am stamping over the lighter part. Stamp, 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 stamp. Stamp, stamp, stamp. Stamp, stamp, stamp. All of that stamped. I don't need to worry about the middle. If you wanted to, that's okay, but we're going to be covering that up. So we're going to close up our peach pie for the moment. Sorry. And we are going to work on making our cuts. So we need the trimmer, and we are going to be using that cutting blade. Now, this is where, don't let it get too difficult. So this is 3/4 of an inch. I'm going to line that up right there. If you need to, go ahead and use a Post-it note or some washi tape to stick this down. Now what I'm going to do is, you see the side there on this guide, it has a ruler, pokey tool. Right here is 3/4 of an inch. So we are going to start there. And there are these grooves in this cutting blade. Let me just pull it up so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Hopefully you guys get a good view of this. So this cutting blade has grooves here, and it has a little mark here, and it has one right here. We are going to be using that as a guide. So I'm going to open it up again. 3/4 of an inch. Now, before I put it down, I'm going to get it this. Let me turn it sideways so I can see it. Right here is where I want my guide, and it's not quite there. That looks really good. So I'm going to hold this in place. Now, when I do something like this, I'm giving it a little push forward and a little push down. So first I push a little forward and then down. And I think I'm just making sure. Push forward, pop this down. Now I'm going to push and you'll hear a pop, right? So it's in the groove. So now what I need to do is I'm going to bring this all the way down to 4 3/4, which is right here. I wonder if I can hold that right there. So cut, cut, cut. So right there, that looks perfect. So now I'm going to open it up. So what I want to do is I want to go to this side at 3 3/4. So I could turn it both sides. Now what I'm going to be, I need to move some things so you guys can see this. I don't use this part of the trimmer very often, but we're going to use these measurements down here. So here's the 3/4 of an inch mark, right? And come down here. Oh, I just cut my finger. I shouldn't have had it in the way. All right, 3/4 of an inch. Cutting blade. I need to go in 3/4 of an inch. There's a quarter, there's 2, that's a 1/2 inch. 3/4 of an inch is at 11 3/4. So I need to scoot this up to 11 3/4, which is right there. So I'm going to push this down this time. Pop, it's in. Now we're going to go all the way up here to where 4 3/4 was. That looks like it might need to get cut a little better. So I'm going to go reverse it. So 4 3/4, there's 1, right? 12 inches, 1 inch. No, this is 1 inch. 2, 3, 4 3/4 means I'm going to get it to the 7 3/4 inch mark. Yes. So we're down 3/4 of an inch. We need to come back a little bit to there, and then we're going to go up to 7 3/4 of an inch, which is right there. Not quite there. Unlock it. Now we should have 2 cut. This one didn't cut all the way there. So this one looks like maybe I didn't get it quite there, so I need to put it back in and do a little farther. It looks like I got off. So there. So now remember, the score line is at the bottom of my card, and now I want to cut from this point to this point, and we can go back up to the front top of our cutter. So here is my score line, which looks like it should be at 4 3/4, and it's going to come in. Why does that look like it's more than? So 4 3/4 is where this is, the end of it. I'm going to put this at the 3/4 inch mark. There. I'm going to put my blade down. Pop. Now I'm going to come down to right here, which is like 3 1/2. Right here. A little bit more. And look at that. It did it. Now this one needs a little snippet, but I'd rather be inside and have to do this than have cut too much. So we have all of that cut now, but it goes this way. Remember that score line is the bottom. This is going to be the slider part. So we don't want that cutting blade anymore. And if you pardon me for a minute, I think, where is my toothbrush? I want to clean my track out. So I used my little toothbrush. It had white paint on it. Oh, it's still flaky, flaky, flaky. I should have an extra. Yes. We'll use the blue one to brush all of that out. Dollar store toothbrush, guys. It works. It keeps little bits of paper out of my trimmer. Let's just do that. I'll have to remember, purple one is for paint and ink. So next we are going to start our scoring. So what I want is I want a 3/8 of an inch, but that's not what I wrote down, is it? Her measurements were from this point. How am I going to do that? From this point here, lay your 5.5 inch score line at the 1 inch mark, which is right here. And she scores. Now she's going to score from the 3/4 of an inch down this way. So 3/4 of an inch, which is right there. Perfect. Pop it down, and we're scoring all the way down to 3.5, which is right here, which I didn't get it there. Let's see how I did. Ooh, I crossed over a little and didn't get enough this way, so guess what I'm going to do? You know what? That's really a thin line. That is really thin. I really kind of don't. That is such a thin line. I really want like 3/8 of an inch. So guess what? We're going to change her measurements. I just don't like the look of it. I don't. So we're going to do mine. I'm just going to rub over that. You won't see it anyways because we're going to have a thing. So I'm going to do my own thing. So I am going to give myself, I'm going to mark on the back of it. Sorry, I really tried hard to do it that way. So I have to get it starting at the 2 inch line because my lines are gone. So what I'm going to do is I want 3/8 of an inch here. So line that up there. 1, 2, 3, 3/8 of an inch there. Bring it down here and go to 3/8. So I'm going to score from that point to this point. Then I am going to score from this point, which let's make sure, which is, it's at 4 1/8. Come down here to 4. Oh, this one needs to go a little, we're going to make sure, we're just going to go to 4. Did I say 4 1/8 or 4 1/16? 4, that's 4 1/16. So 4 1/16, which is right there. So from there, we're going to score there. And then from here, we're going to score at so that's almost 4 inches. So we need to score, take off the 3/4, take off the 3/4 of an inch. Don't ask me right now. I'm having a brain meltdown. From there to there is 3 3/4. So 1.5 and 1.5 is 3. And we're going to go to 1 3/4 of an inch. 1 3/4. It's going to be our halfway point, I think. So there's, no, that is not right. I'm going to make it like 2 inches. We're just going to go 2 inches. From that, this score line to this score line is 2 inches. All right. That's the best I can do, guys. I'm going to have to, let me write this down. So this is not going to work. So we're going to bring that down here. Score on the inside of cut portion at 3/8 of an inch, at 2 inches, and then at 4, because I think I went over 4 1/16, but it probably should be 4, but mine is like 4 1/16. So open this up because I'm only needing I can see my marks, so I don't need to worry about. I can see this mark is in the track there. Perfect. 1, 2, and 3. Then I'm going to come to this one. Get it at the 3/4 of an inch. Oh, that is not lining well. That one is lining up, so that's got to be right. Okay, go over to this one. Now this should be at 3/4 of an inch. You should be able to score, but it's got to go in one bit. I am looking at this mark and lining it up on the groove. I'm popping it down. Yep, that's good. We're going to have to do these score marks again. So what I like to do is, you know me, I'm going to score it all one direction. Just fold it up, score it, fold this up as well, score. Now this one, I'd have to bend it back this time, bend them back and forward. They are all, it's just going to help it. This one really doesn't need to go there because that is going to get glued down to our slider. So now we have to put, oh, I got it even better. I think we're going to finish stamping this because this is going to make that whole section pop up. Oh, I don't even have to do that. So, yes, some ideas just come. So we need to finish stamping on that. So go ahead. Oh, and we want to stamp on this piece, I think. It won't hurt it. It won't hurt it a bit. So next I need to cut me a piece to fit in here like so. So let me take a look at it. Changes on the fly, right? So that is 3 3/4. So we're going to do, no, that is 3 7/8. We're going to do 3 1/2, sorry, 3 1/2 by 2 and, let me look at it again, sorry. If it's here, go back 1/4 of an inch. That's going to be, we're going to take it back 1/4 of an eighth. So that is 3 1, 2, 3 3/8. Sorry, 3 3/8 by 2 1/2. That's what I need to cut this at. So let's get 2 1/2, 2 1/2 by 3 3/8. So here's 3, 1, 2, 3. That almost doesn't look right, but it is. It's going to have, oh dearie, dearie, dearie. Okay, that's okay. I can work with it. I got an idea. I should have brought it right to the edge, but nope, it's going to be what it is. So this is what it's going to keep me from doing. It's going to keep me from making any more score lines. This is going to go in the center. And what we are going to do, now we're going to work on our slider. So this, set this aside. I told you these two pieces needed to be, we need one. The pull tab is 3 1/2 by 5 1/4. So 3 1/2 by 5 1/4 to start, Sometimes I need to adjust that. That's my pull tab. The inside piece is 3.5 by 5. So 3.5. This is what we want to work with right now. 3.5 by 5. These little strips are all going into my little bin. So hopefully I haven't made you guys like give up on me. I hope not. You know, sometimes you have to do a card several times over. So this is going to be this piece that is going to get glued in here. And what this is going to do is this is going to go like that. So this is going to show us where to stamp. So I don't want to like glue it down just yet, but I can fold it up like this, use a block or something, because we're going to stamp. I might need that. Where is my big heavy block for a stamp set? Let's just do that. That's going to hold that in place. And now I can stamp in here because I wanted to stamp, because on the front it says miss you. And then on the inside it's going to say sweet friend, wish you were here. All right. So let's do this. And we're going to have, I think, a peach on the inside. Sweet friend. And I'm doing it kind of low on purpose. There we go. And where's my little leaves that are from? Did I just put those away or something? Little leaves, right here. I've been using these. These are from the March 2022 Beyond the Horizon Paper Pumpkin Kit. I don't think I'm going to use a peach on the inside because it might get stuck. But we're going to stamp off. And I want to do one there. So now I'm going to open this up and stamp that leaf. Stamp that one there. Now what I can do, make sure that is in my window like that, right? And I can put marks here and here on the inside to know that's where I'm going to glue that down. And I'm going to glue it down here right now, if I can find the glue bottle. You guys, I started a book and I can't remember if I finished it or not. So when I'm done, I'm going to go and find that book on my Kindle and see if I finished it. In between my two marks. Now what I can do is I can put tear tape along here and across here. I don't want anything up here, but I want it here. So I can add, oh, my pull, maybe I don't even need to do any there. We're going to have to check here in a minute. So I'm going to add this here. Don't worry, I am not going to be taking the tear tape off right now. I've got to check. And I recommend you do too, that you got everything together before you go trying to glue this stuff down. But we're going to give it its little rub down. Right? And this being my pull tab. See, I want this to come right to the edge here. So what I really need is just 1/8 of an inch right down the bottom. so it has a stopping point in my card. So I'm going to put that to the edge, or at least right next to it, and add a piece of tear tape to the bottom of my white cardstock. Give it a rub down. We're not ready to do anything yet, okay? Because this piece has to get glued down or tear taped to there. It just has to, because otherwise there's no way to get this in there. So, tear tape it is. And some came in this kit. I'm just not going to get into that right now. There's that. So this piece is ready to get glued down. Oh, no. We need to make a notch. Let's do that before we go any further. And for my notch, I'm thinking it needs to be 1 inch, but we are going to start. So 2 1/8 and 2 1/8, guys, is 4 1/4. So you can make a pencil mark at 2 1/8 if you really want to get in the center of this. I don't always, guys. I usually just, and then you got to line this up to see if you even get it in the center. So let's see. That looks about right. So we used the 1 inch. All right, now we're going to be ready to close this up. With our white piece first, we're going to take this off, pop it this way. I'm thinking I can just close this all up at one time. Ooh, we'll see. We're going to take a chance, right? Gotta give it a whirl. First of all, we're going to go ahead. We are going to try to get that, you know, roughly the same edge on there. All right, it's on. This is their pull mechanism that's going to bring it up. So next, I'm going to close this completely up. And look, I forgot. Do you see how much is there? We're going to have to cut that off. I didn't realize. I still made a mistake. A rookie. Oh, I know what it is. No. Might have to add some glue. I know what I did. This is supposed to go farther down. But I don't think it can, because when it pulls, it's going to show. So we have to have it here. So, have to have it here. This is going to be fun. So here, I just need to mark where I need to cut it off. I just can't get it all right. So there. Let's go ahead and see what that measurement is. I'm sorry, guys. Sometimes, so we have, needs to be at, no, I want it right there. It's going to be in like a 1/16 of an inch mark. So for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 16ths. We're going to write it down here. Pull. I will have the corrected measurements, guys. Pull tab in the description. Pull tab is 3 1/2 by, looks like 4 3/4, but it's 4 16ths. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 16ths. 4 6 16ths. That looks familiar to me. I might have had that already. So, note to self, let's do this again, right? All right. Our little pull tab needs some glue now, because I'm not going to add tear tape on it again. We're just going to add some wet glue. to the bottom. And of course I don't get it all the way there, but it's going to be fine. So now we are going to close this thing up. This is my pull tab here, which we need to make something. See how that works? That's what you want. But we're going to put a peach here. That's going to give us easier access to it. So this piece is now in the center. This piece I can do across or this way. I don't think I need all of that. So now it's a decorating business to start with. All right, miss you, the peaches. I think I need more peaches. I need 2 peaches. Or 1 big peach. Let's pull this up. I think we need the big peach to be our pull tab. Like so. Yeah, so I need 2 large peaches. Where's my little baggie with my little peaches and stuff in it? And I have plenty of peaches. Oh my goodness, do I have plenty. So 2 peaches. Oh, those fit back to back. Look at that. Yes. So 1 in front, 1 in back. This one is going to go there. Push this down. This is going to get glued down here. Yes, that's what I want. You only want glue on the bottom, so you really should put glue in this section. Just like you do with what I call an easy easel card. And you'll see why in a minute. So I'm going to just wiggle it around a bit, take it right to that score line. Now we're going to cut some of this up because I am not going to waste all of it. So we're going to come here and cut some of this. Cut some of this that way and then trim this out. I'm just rounding those edges. Because I don't need all of this. I just need some of it. So let's see. I think this will do right here. Cut that apart. Because see, we have that score line. So we want some here. And some, oh, I don't want it there, do I? I guess we do. We want some like this. Let's clean this up a bit. We want some on this side, like so, and some coming down. That's it. That's how we're going to go. So we're going to glue these down. I'm not going to second guess myself. We're just going to go for it. It's a learning curve. Hopefully you're learning with me. I don't want anything really up here. I'm going to take that one off. So this one is going to go up here like that. This bit, we're going to separate it and bring it down here. So here, here. Like so. We have Miss You. Oops. Miss You, like so. And then we're going to put the peaches. We're going to have that great big peach up here in the dark one. The lighter one will be on our back pull tab. Oh, I see now that we need some kind of greenery in there. So let's get a little more in there to continue that. I'm going to have to fix that. A little surgery is all I'm doing. Because otherwise I think it's just like in here, in there, And just this one has a few little pokey ends I don't want. So this one I can lay this way. Oh, that looks, see, now it's all back there. So do I just want to continue it? Maybe like so to fill it in. Oh, most definitely. Definitely. There. Miss and you are going to go on dimensionals. Miss you. We're going to have the great big peach. We're going to have this peach here and a little peach. So big peach, little peach, like that. And well, these are medium and little ones. And then this one down here. And maybe this one like so. Cute. Let's put this one in its spot. This one is going to go on a dimensional, but let's get dimensionals on these. And I know I started cutting side bits already. So let's see. This one. Am I thrifty or what? I am, I know. Some people like, why are you like that? Well, because I think it's a waste. So there's some. Eek, sticking to me. There's some can take those backings off. We'll probably add a little bit of linen thread behind here as well. Once I get all the sticky bits on and off. Time consuming, I know, but cute little card, something different. So this one can go right there. That can go there. And yes, everything is sticking to me. We need one more little bit on the S. This is not it, by the way. This is going on the U. The O. I had to go and cut all my nails off. Yes, I did. Move those aside. We're almost there. I know I should have done this before. This little bit can go on the Y. So the Y is ready. One down. Sorry, guys. Y is done. I wonder if that bit would fit on the S and save me the trouble. No, but it will fit on the peach. And then we need just a hair of that. Yes! Now we're ready. So now I'm wondering, do I add some linen thread behind it? Linen thread, linen thread, linen thread. I thought I pulled out linen thread already. Do I want to go ahead and get into another one? Ooh. What about this one? This is a paper pumpkin color. That, no. This one, yes. Let's see. We're going to do that across there like so. So lay this here. Ooh, no, can't. It's too far over. It won't slide. I forgot about that, so. Sorry. We're going to put a glue dot in there or some tear tape, one or the other. Being persnickety here, aren't you? So now we have to have Miss there. Now it's on in the section Miss. And where's my U? Stuck on me. Miss. This I think is going to come through the Y, maybe not. Miss you. It's still on there. Perfection. Yes, that's bring it out that way. This way, this little peach can get replaced with this one. This one is going to be up here, so we just need glue. There, this one needs a bit pushing it to the side of the desk, guys. And I know I'm not talkative because I'm thinking here. I'm thinking. So there. And, oh, that's really sweet. Come on. So now we have to do our peach. Why is that like not sliding now? What happened? No, no, you don't. Oh, there. This, for some reason, there's nothing there, but that sure got stuck there. So there we go. Miss you, sweet friend, wish you were here. All of that just for this. So this peach here, we need a glue dot right in here, or glue chunk. Let's see. I think that is too big, so we're going to cut this. Please fit. Let's try it first. Nope, we need to take a little bit more off, which is okay. Needs to fit in the opening. And this is going to go, I need to lay it sideways, because that way when you go to pull it, but we need this one on the back as well. And you can write, but you'd have to do it before you do this together. This one is just going to get glued to this. I just want a little something. I know it's not lining up perfect, but that goes like that, or you can make sure that when you close it, it goes like that. All of that stuff can go to the side. That peach, now I'm thinking that is a little too big. Maybe we do a smaller peach, because that one is really big. Let's see, we have that little one that's not big enough. That's the size we need. This is the size we need. So let's take that off. I'm going to leave the big one back there because I glued that one down. That's fine. We just have to work again here. There. Not quite as there as I'd like it to be. I want it to cover up my little slider bit. There. Do I need to add that little bit back there too? Which I don't mind. Yeah, I think I am going to add that back there. Let's see, this one is going to go on a dimensional as well, but right like, actually, it's just going to get glued to it on the top, not on the back. My goodness, that would be horrible. Just like that. Because, watch, when it goes in, so there we have it. 2 peaches. One on the back, so when you pull it. All right, that was a lot of work, guys. That was a lot of work. Yes, well, I can't say I'm sorry. I'm trying new stuff. I'm working with, I'm working it. And I know some of you may have, like, given up on me. I hope not. Let me know if you gave up on me. That's okay. All I can say is I'll keep working with this fold. And the more I do it, the better it will get for me. But I think it's still cute as a button. I'm not going to do this like a whole bunch of times in one thing, but it is a different. Sweet friend, wish you were here. We need an envelope. And I'm going to tell you, these are probably going to need to get, yeah, we're going to fix it. These need to get cut and glued back on in a different direction. So let me just show you what I mean. Because otherwise it won't fit in an envelope. So we're going to add a little glue there, a little glue here. This is going to come more to the side like that. And this one, like that. So it still has its little thing. It's just at a different angle. So, oh, that was a lot of work. But it's done. And I will make the corrections in my notebook and in the description part of the video. So thanks everybody for watching. I do need to figure out, it's just going to go in a clear envelope. So let's see. Clear envelope. I'm not going to bring out the envelope, but I am going to get a mailer and stamp really quick. So mailer, because we do need to finish it. I like this idea of sending a big squeeze, because that really goes cute with Miss You. Sending a big squeeze right there. And of course, let's do our leaves. We're going to stamp off. Like so, and like so. That's it. That's our mailer for our card. Oh, guys, it didn't come out perfect, but sometimes it just doesn't. Sometimes the trial and error, and the more I do this type of fold, the easier it will get. And of course, I change my mind up all the time, but thank you guys for staying with me. Thank you for commenting. If you choose to comment, I would greatly appreciate it. But as always, I invite you to come back and visit me in my wonderland. And I know it's different, but I still think it's cute and it is worth the trouble. I'm glad I did it. So thanks again, and I hope to see you back in my Wonderland. Bye-bye for now.